When you walk in the door at Maniba Center, you will notice that there's a place for you to sign in. All staff and participants, visitors, everyone has to sign in. Everyone has to do a COVID protocol. There are different signs around the center to tell you a little bit about what's going on, a bit about our history. When you walk in, you'll notice that there aren't that many people. And that's what's been really tough for us as staff when we come in, is the quiet.
I got into DEEN quite by accident. I was looking for someone to teach Kareem to read Quran. And during the course of that search, I bumped into Rabia. I was a big bump. You know, once you bump into Rabia, that bump is still resonating now. And we'd, the participants would meet in the school and they'd do their programming, but you always felt like you're encroaching on somebody else's property. You know, there was not that freedom to do what you wanted to do. So when Rabia, once you get into, she starts that wheel rolling, that wheel just keeps going and going and going. There's just no stopping that. And it moves fast. There's no slow pace with Rabia. Everything just keeps moving fast. So then what happened was, she managed to procure the house, the Muniba Center, and then everything moved there. So
before the pandemic, it was a regular days, as everybody spending the days. We came here, we sit together, we cook together, and we eat together. So everything is with the group and families, but after the pandemic, it's not possible. We are online.
Share with you, okay? Okay.
So for participants, the pandemic has been a big change because they were used to visiting the center on daily basis, and they were involved in different activities here, and staying at home itself is a big challenge, because before they were able to get out of their house.
There's been a shortage of PSWs. Sometimes there were days I had no attendance and basically had to struggle on my own. And there's also the feeling of being trapped in the home because there's nowhere to go. And now come the winter, it's even worse with all the snow and getting out and getting about where we could have gone with our wheelchairs, but now it's even more difficult. We're feeling really trapped inside our homes.
Yeah, big one. I remember during the beginning, sort of initial phases of the lockdown, there was a lot of concern by DEEN around restarting programming. We really had to design a program that was safe, but as well provided that service that was much needed by the participants that we served. So what I liked actually was that DEEN gave us that leadership to design a program that we could run throughout the summer with the lockdowns in effect. And so that's what we did. We sat down, we created the program that was called DEEN at Your Door. One of our main concerns was that we wanted to make sure that everyone was wearing a mask, for example, sanitizing a lot, washing hands frequently. And so some of the very simple things that we did was we created sort of a little bag that had all these essential items such as hand sanitizer, alcohol wipes, masks, and anything else that we needed. So we had to also train ourselves into frequently using those stuff, picking up the hand sanitizer bottle, sanitizing our hands, giving some to our participants, and getting in that habit.
This was a very difficult time for us, especially, for my son who has autism. So a staff member comes from Muniba Center. He takes him for a car ride first, and then they go for long walks. As unfortunately, my son was not able to go to the places where he were able to go before. Can feel that he's feeling good. And at least he has some activities to do during this time. That's my basically satisfaction.
Diamond, good job.
The difference between one-on-one versus group is it is a much smaller kind of, you have less people to work with, so it's much harder to do activities that are kind of designed for group work. But we've tried to make it you know, as fun as possible, even just with 2 individuals, so myself and the participants I support. And I think that's why it's kind of been a really good opportunity to do the ESL program. And I find that a one-on-one is definitely a better setting because you do get a lot of time for you know, working and tailoring the program to that individual's strengths and interests as well.
Yeah, good job. Point 2.
Because everything was so new, like nobody knows what's happening and what's going on, so our participants were not willing to come online, and then, you know, how they're going to react, how they're going to talk and all those kind of things. But then with our constant support and a push a little bit that, okay, we are there, like, you know, yeah. So then it become a routine. Now we have like, alhamdulillah, we have like 15 or 20 people online. They come Monday to Thursday, every single like day, yeah.
أنا بالنسبة إلي شخصياً أكيد حأعملهم بارتي أكل وحيكون كل الأكلات اللي بيحبوها، لأنه سبق شاركت بهيك شيء، إنه بحب أعطي كوكينج كلاس، ورح يكون اجتماع إن شاء الله حلو، ومن بعد منا رح نخطط لأشياء إن شاء الله جديدة ومهارات جديدة يقوم عليها Support Services إن شاء الله.
We will celebrate the end of the pandemic and the reopening of the center with a huge party, as many people as we can fit, with a barbecue, and probably get some people to do a little bit of fall cleanup as well. But I think the most important thing is that we'll all be together and we'll all be able to give everyone a hug. And I can't wait to give some of my participants a hug and my staff as well.